Have you ever been in another country where you were looking at the water and like you knew, like, this sounds retarded, like, you know, Christopher Colombo came through or whatever, you know what I mean? Like in a part of a country where you knew, like, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, a boat came here that helped make this country the way it is.
You know what I think about? Everywhere we stand, people fought for freedom.
I mean, look how beautiful it is. We could stand here in the sand, we can look at the sun, the waves, the beach. It just didn't come here. I think these people think it just like fell out of the sky. They built this.
Because the problem
and things like that. So when somebody calls you like that, what is your format to try to say, look, stay on this path. I did it, you can do it. What's your format when you answer that phone call?
Well, he seems to be on an okay path right now, but one of the things I told him, you continue with psychological treatment so you don't go back to your addiction. Stay away from things that will bring you back to addiction. That means don't go into a business with alcohol or CBD or things that will attract you back into something that you might have a weakness to. So I told him, pick something else, that whether it's a parking business or a supermarket, but stay out of something that's is going to hurt you possibly, because if you have that bad day and it's right at your fingertips, maybe you're gonna make that mistake.
Right, like a bar isn't a good idea for an alcoholic.
Right, to be a middleman for the guys in our neighborhood and the police, right? Because I try to be as honest as possible. The system's fucked up because even if we break the law myself, you go to jail, you come out. Right. They got you going to anger management classes. Say you're in there 10 years. Why didn't you go to anger management?
I hate them.
Why didn't they let you go to anger management classes while you're in there? And then when you come home, don't make them sweep floors. Let us get jobs where we can go out and feel like a human being. There's got to be a lot of changes with probation, different things, because it's set up to revolve the door and send you back in. But these are the politicians. It's not the cops. So I keep saying the police are the pawns and suckers for the politicians to get rich, to use them, abuse them, and then they get them killed out on the street, and they never go to jail.
Now, right? Okay, so you go through them. I think anybody that has something to say about you might think a little bit differently, maybe.
Well, you know what I say now? Because people ask me, why do you always defend yourself? And I'm like, it's not that you defend yourself. You just want it. Listen, you want to call me a liar? Call me a liar. It's your prerogative. You want to say embellish? Say I embellish. But when you're saying I'm a liar, say specifically what am I lying about? At least say it specifically so you can answer, not me or anybody else can answer. Say what are they lying about? So I go through this. We just talked about this. They talked about the 800,000 I sent to Brazil. My friend is the one who put it all over the internet. Pay each wire transfer 800,000.
Your friend, huh?
Yeah. So he took my 800 grand. Now, I own the property. That's 15 acres of estate with boxing rings and all the Philly guys, because you're from over there. They were all on my property, most of those guys. They all know my property. So, they know it's a multi-million-dollar property. Or people that know, like my nightclub say. And my nightclub was $31,000 a month in rent.
Damn.
I mean, trust me, if you don't have money, you can't pay these things.
That was the Tampa nightclub?
Yeah, one of my 10. And several. I had Mirage, I had Moet's, I was doing.
Jealousy and envy.
Yeah, there's no other reason for it.
And John, the guy that's making that comment, on your comments, I don't even read my shit. It's probably it's either A, a 40-year-old guy who's watched Goodfellas 10,000 times, Donnie Brasco 20,000 times, The Bronx Tale, whatever.
No, not at all. Very rarely. I cook myself with guys, and I paid.
But then they cook special meals for holidays.
Yeah, right? Yeah, you get some bullshit. They give us packages like for Christmas and everything. I mean, it's nonsense, garbage. Listen, yeah. I think they pay $1.16 a meal or something. I get $1.16. My cat would beat me up if I did that.
Well, when I know before the national menu thing, every federal prison, they could make whatever they wanted. So, friends that I know, it was good.
Well, we did too, whether they knew it or not. I told us before that we used to steal all the guards and the brass's food. We'd go, right before the holidays, we'd get inmates, to be whatever, a group of us, and we'd steal their food and give them our food. So we'd eat a lot of their food on a lot of holidays.
Well, they went to the national menu now. You don't want that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because now it's all the same. So every federal prison serves the same food.
Really?
Yeah, all 3 meals.
A lot of times, you got some, good things that they do now. They let some of these jails, private and regular institutes, order out to like Pizza Hut and Philly steak and cheese steak. Yeah, they let them order once a week, and listen, it's a good If you
in federal prison
in state, I don't know if the feds are doing that. The state's doing it. But, you know, and also some states you have conjugal visits. You know, the feds, you don't have it. But, and, you know, the funny thing is the feds.
And if you